Hello and welcome to Avenging Past 7. This is day 25, year 2 of our free-to-play farming guide. And we made it. We made it to the end of the Ahsoka series. I'm not going to talk about spoilers in this episode. But what I will talk about is I'm excited, or I loved last night's episode. I loved the episode. Loved the show. I feel like this might be the show that has the least amount of complaints. But I'm interested to see what the complaints become. One thing that I always find interesting when I watch a show, a movie, play a video game, that I really enjoy is how much will I enjoy this a few months from now? Or will I have criticisms in a few months? Or after watching people's reviews, I start noticing things that I would dislike. And so I'm curious to see, what do people talk about now that the show's over? Obviously, one of the big topics are going to be, will there be a season 2? What would be in a season 2? What will the Dave Filoni movie be like or be surrounding? You know, like what characters might show up. All of those things are kind of obvious things to be looking forward to seeing people theorize about. But what I'm excited about is, what do people start complaining about? What do people start picking up on their second rewatch that they start making YouTube videos about and start saying this was bad or this was weird? So yeah, I'm interested to see all that. I think it'll make good YouTube videos, good content. It's always good to criticize to a point. It's good to criticize, because it's like competition. These creators are making a show for us, so they need to make it to a degree that we like. And if we don't like that show, then they did a bad job. To a point. Rian Johnson, I'm not remembering the exact quote, but Rian Johnson has a quote where, you know, he made a good Star Wars movie because it was 50% liked or something like that. And my thoughts on that is, no, you made a bad Star Wars movie if only 50% of your die-hard fans liked your movie. That's not good. And we get The Negotiator. Awesome. If only 50% of your fan base that is like Star Wars and diehards, you didn't make a good movie. Now, if it's an 80% split, so I mean, you know, you have 20% of your fan base dislike your movie, I might still say you probably still have a good movie. But if it is 50% split, that's bad. And for it to be Star Wars too, where, I mean, these are diehard fans. I haven't seen a lot of criticism about Ahsoka yet. I haven't. Which worries me a little bit. It does. It worries me a little bit. And what I get worried about with that, does that worry me? Or am I talking just crazy? I might just be talking crazy. I might just not know what I'm saying. I do not think I have enough of these. I tried to have enough of these. Huh? I actually might have enough. Alright, so I am going to get stopped on 2 of them, but hey, I mean, that's pretty close to full. I mean, alright, that's not too bad. So now we have The Negotiator. That's awesome. Oh, we'll see if we keep up with it. It's our second attempt, but I did get the wife to agree to watch Star Wars Clone Wars. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to try and get us to go through it in chronological order. But because I've always wanted to watch in chronological order. I have. Because the clones are really interesting. Watching Star Wars CS and his videos and him talking about the clones, it makes me wish I had paid more attention to the clones and their stories. Like, I know their stories, but I'm going to be able to name you anywhere near the amount of clones that Logan can name. Man, he can name clones. It's crazy. I love watching their videos just because of that. So, starting back on the Clone Wars, it'll be awesome to go through, just ending Ahsoka just made me really, really want more Dave Filoni Star Wars. And Ahsoka, or Clone Wars is one of the best places to get it. Dave Filoni just has a way. He watching through last night's episode, it just made me think he understands Star Wars. I think that's the best way I can put it. Is Dave Filoni understands Star Wars. He understands the Force. He understands so much about it. One thing I got down a YouTube Shorts rabbit hole yesterday. I know, I'm still talking. I went down a YouTube Shorts rabbit hole the other day. Started with Sam Witwer talking about his first time his first time working on Clone Wars as the Mortis brother. And so then I was just getting suggested a bunch of different Sam Witwer, Dave Filoni Star Wars videos, which was awesome. I was loving them. But one of them was Dave Filoni in an interview, and I loved what he said. I loved what he said. And it was a recent one. And he was talking about how when working on Mandalorian or Ahsoka or, any of their newer shows, they're discussing what do they plan to do, what characters do they plan to make, or what are their plans for the show. He always wants to go, he doesn't want to create something new if he can avoid it. If that thing already exists in Star Wars Legends somewhere, why not just reuse what the fans already know? Because it will be more important to them than some new character. Which I think in this interview is how they decided to start using Thrawn for Ahsoka, because they were planning to, use some kind of Imperial warlord, Imperial, leader from the Empire to be the big bad. And so his reaction was, well, there's already someone like that in Star Wars Legends. So why not just use him, who is more important to the fans than any character they could create brand new? And when I hear that, I just think, yeah. And I think he said that if they didn't do that, and they just created a new character, it would be rude to the fans. And I think, yeah, it would be. When there's already something like that. It makes me think of how they use HK model droids early on in Ahsoka. It makes me think how they bring out the crate dragon. When there's already something there that you could, you have your idea of, oh yeah, they're going to fight this giant monster. Well, what giant monsters are already in Star Wars? Use one of those. It's not to say that we don't care about the new characters Dave Filoni creates, because Dave Filoni can create some awesome new characters. But the nostalgia will always mean a little bit more than the new character. And when you can create a new character, or when you can use the nostalgia instead of a new character, do that. Maybe put your own little spin on it. Maybe change it just enough to where it fits and it works in your story. But it serves its purpose by, honoring the past. And I think that's what I disliked so much about Last Jedi, is it was so much about throwing away the past. And throwing away the past is such an awful idea. The past has some great stuff for us to learn about. Don't throw away the past. Learn from the past. Use the past and, be happy that we had it. Don't throw it away. I mean, it felt like The Last Jedi just felt like Rian Johnson just screaming at the fans about how much he hates them. And I did not like sitting through that. There's so few movies that I really just dislike watching. Especially the first time through. There could be a movie I could enjoy and never want to watch again, but I enjoyed it. The Last Jedi I just did not enjoy. Yeah, so we got Negotiator. We're doing pretty well. I'm working on Mission. Of course, Mission Zalbar. Let's see, what else? T3 we already have collected. I guess the big thing really is I need to unlock Darth Revan. So we will work on that soon because we do need to unlock Darth Revan. We have all the people. I believe we have them all at a spot that should be just fine. Just need to go through and do that mission. So it's all going good. Thank you all for all the comments yesterday, all the support. That was awesome to read and see. I kind of want to take him up to gear 12, but I'll hold on to that for now. What do y'all think? Should I take Jolie up to gear 12? Comment down below. Let's see. Anything else? My ships. How am I doing on Galactic Republic ships? Yeah, I need to make sure I'm collecting those for that fleet. But I think with all that said, I'll wrap it up there. As always, y'all have a fantastic day, and may the Force be with you.